Hello dears, and welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Anna, where we show you a lot of interesting and useful information about Benidorm town and Spain in general. Today we are at the end of the famous Gerona Street once again to show you another amazing and really famous, I must say, place here in Benidorm. Hi! To have a nice menu for just 15 euros per person with traditional Spanish paella with lobster. Let's go and have a closer look. There are a lot of amazing places here. This is like a mecca of typical Spanish gastronomy, and one of the places we've spotted during our last visit here towards the Gerona Street was this place, El Bodegon de Julio. Typical Spanish place that has a lot of different dishes and even menus on their menu card, and I'll show you the prices right now for all the dishes that they have so that you would know how much does it cost. But today we will be trying the traditional menu for 15.50 per person. These are approximate prices of what you can find in here. You have a variety of salads, then typical Spanish jamon, which is Iberical ham. Also a plate of ham and cheese. We have fried fish, fried seafood, typical things like rabbit, which here in Spain is extremely popular. I personally don't eat it because for us it's a home pet, but here people do eat it, so there are traditional dishes of that. Grilled squids, you have fresh scallops, fried baby squids in here. Typical Spanish paella, oxtail, stewed prawns, barbecue ribs, and steamed mussels. Let's go inside and take a closer look of this lovely place. You have two options. You have the option to come towards the inside area where you have some ventilators here as well, and you can sit down either right here, or you can choose the outside area, which is quite a wide terrace with a big amount of tables. It's better to book it in advance just in case, to avoid that the terrace would be fully booked because it gets quite busy during daytime. We already got our table, and first thing they brought us is some fresh bread with some typical Spanish alioli. We've asked for some drinks that are included in the menu. I've asked for some water and for one Coca-Cola. Each course of this menu has 4 or 5 different options, but the most curious is the rice with the lobster that we'll try out today. This is a slightly more expensive menu. That's 15.50 per person compared to the last place that we visited on this same street. So we expect the dishes will be even higher quality than the previous one was. But 15 euros for a menu that includes all 3 courses plus bread plus dessert or coffee and 1 drink is quite a good price right now here in Benidorm for typical Spanish dishes. We are the first ones to sit down on the inside, but there's a really nice air breeze in here, and it's actually a really comfortable and nice place to be. First course of this menu of 3, we've asked for some shrimps. They always bring you some lemon to accompany it and 2 different sauces, the pink one and alioli one, as well as refreshing towels, wet wipes to clean out the hands afterwards. And this is the typical Spanish gazpacho, which is basically a cold soup. Amazing, just look at it. Usually they're served in a glass, but this one is served in a bowl. We'll be trying the typical Spanish gazpacho first. This looks amazing. This has a lot of garlic to it, and it's a mix of veggies. I'm gonna put you here the link or the description of what the veggies are inside in here, but it's just delicious, so fresh, and the best thing for summer, light, cold, traditional Spanish soup. That's just amazing. Now let's try the shrimps. You have to add some lemon on them, just a little bit like this. There are some salsas there as well that they put for you, and you just eat it like that. You have to peel it obviously before, but then the meat you eat it like this. And since you eat with hands, this is the refreshing towel that you need to use afterwards when you finish everything, so that your hands would not smell like seafood. And this is with the pink sauce. My hubby just gave it to me. with traditional salsa rosa pink sauce. Just amazing. Definitely no comparison to the previous place where we were. This is a few euros more expensive, but it's definitely typical Spanish quality food, which is the most important thing that we're seeking on here on the channel. Recommend quality food places to try out typical Spanish meals. I've just asked for the international menu in different languages because I know for a lot of you it's very important to read on your native language what they have to offer. Apart from having an international menu, here they do have 100% in English menu as well as Spanish and French. So you will definitely be able to understand with them when you come here to ask for any kind of meal. By the way, they also do speak in English and French, which is also making things way easier and more comfortable when you decide to visit these type of restaurants and ask for some food. For the second course of this menu, we've asked obviously the typical and traditional and famous rice with the lobster. They have some shrimps in here. This is a piece of lobster right here. And basically it's just rice with the seafood, including lobster and seafood broth. And I have asked for the aubergine, which looks just delicious. It's oven baked, so I expect it tastes as great as it looks like. Let's try the lobster rice first. It's very good. It's not too salty, which is how I personally like it, because usually paellas in here and rices, fideuas, they're extremely salty for me. As for me, my hubby loves it obviously, but this is good. Está bueno. It's really, really good. It's way better. Sorry, but this is real life. It's way better. By the way, it's not a promotion. We are paying as usual of our own money. So if you would like to say thank you for these videos, you can tip us to the thanks button. But we are paying all this, and obviously even if we wouldn't, we would give you a fair opinion about the places where actually good places to go. This rice tastes like typical Spanish rice, 100%, with seafood taste as well. So if you don't like seafood, don't ask this one because it has a very strong taste to it, but it's extremely good. On the menu, it does not actually say what this is stuffed with. However, I suspect it might be some ground meat or beef, something like some kind of meat, plus the aubergine itself and some cheese on top. But it's really, really good looking. Let's try this stuffed aubergine. It's spectacular. I feel bad commenting about the food like this, but it's extremely good. They have some burger meat, like ground meat in here inside, plus the aubergine itself cut into like tinier pieces. Then some kind of sauce, which is like fried tomato, maybe some balsamic vinegar, I'm not sure, of something they have here, plus fresh parsley and Parmesan cheese. It's actually extremely good. And it's baked in the oven, but it's still quite light for summer and for the heat season that we are in right now. Definitely, this one is worth trying out. While we are on our second course, this is already second course, the aubergine. There are already 4 tables occupied on the inside and 5 tables on the outside, and they say that you need to book it in advance, especially if you're coming starting from 3:30 in the evening, because it's when a lot of Spanish families are coming for lunch, and then they have late dinners as well, and this is going to be extremely occupied. So either come on midday like we did around 1 p.m. or you would need to book just in case, because this place will be fully packed after 3:30. Our meals have arrived. I have asked for lubina made on the back with just a little bit of garlic, fresh parsley and olive oil, and as garnish they put us some potatoes made on the pan as well. Looks lovely, isn't it? And then they brought us some extra bread in here, And that's my hubby's dish. He's asked for the entrecote with also potatoes as a side dish, with some garlic, as you can see. You can ask it without it if you want to. This is this sauce like made with a gravy from the meat, and this is medium rare entrecote with some marine salt on top. Look how amazing. Quite big meals for 15 euros per person. These are good quality Spanish meals. Mediterranean cuisine, 100%. Let's try out the entrecote first. I'm taking a tiny piece out of my hubby's plate because he's really hungry. It's good. I personally prefer really cooked meat, you know, not medium rare, not medium, but like really fully cooked. But it's really good one. It's good. I mean, I'm not an expert in entrecotes. ¿Está bueno el entrecote? But my hubby says it's good, and he is an expert on these type of meat slices. Let's try the lubina first. I'm gonna put you the name of the fish in English. By the way, wanted to let you know that this menu, it's €1 more expensive if you take it on weekends. Today is Saturday when we're filming it, so obviously it's €1 more. But if you come on just a normal work day, it's gonna be €1 less expensive. So it's gonna be €14.50 per person. Let's try the fish. Has just a little bit of garlic to it. I love fried garlic taste. I just love it. Has just taste of garlic and salt. That's basically it. Nothing more. And really tender. This is a fish they usually bring from the port directly, so it's fresh fish of the day. Amazing. We've asked already for the desserts. They have quite a big variety of different cakes and pies. They have chocolate cake, they have pineapple, I think coconut, and some others. And typical traditional Spanish flan, which is the most popular dessert probably ever here in the Spanish households as well. My hubby, as usual, asked for the strawberry ice cream so that he would be able to compare it to the previous one. And I've asked for the traditional homemade by them Spanish flan. So here we have the ticket of how much did we pay. We are 2 people, so obviously we paid €31, but for 1 person it's just $15.50. I wanted to show you the price, but I just have to show you the name of this company. The official name of the company is the Heroes of Gerona Street. I love it. That's so cool. And then obviously here you have 2 Saturday menus, which is why it's €1 more expensive, $15.50. And this is the total price, €31 in here. This is, by the way, the phone number if you want to book the table, and the address of this place. Really nice and cozy place to visit, which starts to be quite full right now. This is the traditional Spanish flan. It comes with a caramel syrup, I think, and just a little bit of whipped cream, but this main piece here is the typical Spanish flan made with sugar and eggs. Look at this. Just delicious. And my hubby took, it was supposed to be 1 scoop of strawberry ice cream, but he got lucky today and they put a double size for him. So he's gonna be really lucky with that. Let's try this out. First, homemade flan with some whipped cream and syrup. Es verdad, está muy bueno. It's really good, and I'm just not sure if it's flan that it's so sweet or if it's the syrup, caramel syrup that is on top. Okay, that's the syrup. The flan itself is not sweet. It's really good, and it's really tender. The sweetness that is from the caramel syrup that they put on top. So if you don't want it to be extra sweet, just don't eat so much of a caramel syrup. But the flan is just delicious, and it's traditional Spanish recipe as well. And now we'll try the ice cream. Really, really good. Ice cream is even more sweet than flan. Wow. Está bueno? But it's really good ice cream. It's like the one that you buy in gelaterias, you know, in the ice cream shops when you put like a scoop on the waffle and you eat it like the typical one. Really, really nice and creamy. So really, really happy about this place that we found out about it. Actually, it was my hubby who found out for it. He's visited this place since he was like a little child, and when we last went to try the other menu, he said, wow, we should visit definitely this one because this rice is spectacular and the meals here are really, really good for what you pay. And he definitely wasn't wrong. The Gerona Street is getting really, really busy. As you can see right now, more and more people are arriving to have a lunch in here. By the way, the place that we visited, the famous El Bodegon, has also some nice menus and alternatives for children. I've seen there are quite small children asking for hamburgers, for fries, fried things as well for them. There's different alternatives without a doubt for the whole family. I hope you enjoyed watching today's video, and I'll see you in the new video here on the channel next following week on Monday with some fresh Spain news update. Bye!